Car break-ins on the rise. Tonight on NewsLink Indiana, hear from one student whose car was stolen twice. What police are saying about the increase and the shocking number of break-ins.
4 dead, 3 injured after a shooting in Maryland distribution center. What police are saying tonight, just ahead.
Warm temperatures across the region today. When will those cool off? Coming up in my full forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Ethan Gerald.
And I'm Brittany Ehrman.
Our top story tonight, car break-ins around Muncie are on the rise.
NewsLink Indiana's Katie McLaughlin joins us now in the newsroom with a look at how some Ball State students are reacting to the break-ins. Katie?
Brittany and Ethan, good evening. Muncie police have responded to nearly 1,000 reports of theft in Muncie this year. In addition to worrying about school, several students are busy worrying about their car. From break-ins to actual thefts, Ball State students are trying to keep an eye out for the safety of their vehicles. Senior Kylie Forbes say she had her car stolen twice within a 48-hour period, leaving her feeling unsafe.
So it was a little uneasy for the next few days, just kind of being on my toes, trying to have to be careful and watch my back to make sure that I'm not being targeted. Nobody was after me. They just wanted my car because they simply could get in and out of it.
Ball State Police Chief Jim Duckham says most of the break-ins do not occur on campus. Instead, they happen in the residential areas.
From time to time, they certainly do happen on the Ball State area. Predominantly, we see more of them in the off-campus student neighborhoods than on campus itself.
And Muncie police continue to work together to patrol these areas. Some tips he has for students is to remember to lock your car and park in a well-lit area. In the newsroom, Katie McLaughlin, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Katie, and as always, make sure to contact police if you do experience a break-in. Well, 4 are dead after a shooting at a Rite Aid distribution center in Maryland. The temporary employee killed 3 of her co-workers and injured 3 others before shooting herself. Employees were shot both inside and outside the Rite Aid distribution center in Perryman. Dispatchers received a report of shots fired at 9:06. 5 minutes later, police were on the scene. The FBI Baltimore office and special agents from the Bureau of Alcohol were also assisting in the investigation. The names of the victims have not been released as families are still being notified of the victims' deaths. Well, an inmate in the Pendleton Correctional Facility will spend another 35 years behind bars. 30-year-old Josiah Boyd was serving a 20-year sentence for attempted murder when he attacked a prison employee in June of 2016. Boyd met with counselor Jerry Hooley and became violent when he learned he was not signed up for an education program. The attack left Hooley hospitalized and with serious mental trauma. A jury convicted Boyd of attempted murder in August, but prosecutors did not seek the 35-year maximum until the victim's wife, Janine Hooley, testified just on Wednesday.
One man is charged in a September 2017 shooting in Indianapolis. A Marion County jury convicted 31-year-old Taiwan James of 2 counts of murder after firefighters found 2 bodies in a burning car last September. James awaits sentencing on October 10th. He could receive up to 130 years in prison for the 2 murders. Natural gas rates are on the rise, and you may see the effects on your wallet soon. Consumers will pay on average $8 more a month for natural gas. The Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission approved the rates this week. Changes will take effect on October 1st. Oh man, it's been a hot one today for sure, and it's already September. It's about to wrap up. I don't know what else we can really expect.
Exactly. It's hard to believe these are fall temperatures. I mean, can we actually expect something fall-like, Peyton? Help us out.
You know, for the most part, right now we're still seeing temperatures rather warm, and right now we're seeing them even warmer across the state. But today we actually broke a record set back in 1978 of 92 degrees. Today we hit 94 degrees here. It felt well into the 100s as heat indices were way up there with that relative humidity being factored in. But fall is actually 2 days away, believe it or not, with all these hot temperatures. We're going to see these fall temperatures progress back into our area, but when? You'll have that coming up in my full forecast.
All right, thanks, Peyton. We're looking forward to it. Well, a group of Muncie men are using physical fitness and nutrition as a tool for recovery. Big Time Barbell is a gym that focuses on giving people the opportunity to change their lifestyle. This includes helping veterans dealing with PTSD and people recovering from addiction, but it doesn't stop there. Take a look.
It's such a sad story to see somebody, their life wither away to nothing because of drugs and alcohol.
A story that Big Time Barbell President Mac Hines knows all too well.
Yeah, there you go.
After battling an alcohol addiction that led to a 10-day coma, he says fitness saved his life.
I lost the ability to walk. My health failed.
And the Vice President Nick Albertson battled cancer and lost his strength through a series of chemo, but used the gym to get it back.
Eventually, after the cancer was all beat, I just got hooked.
Hooked on physical fitness. And the idea of a gym to help fight physical and mental illness was born, hoping that those fighting addiction can turn their addiction to the gym, taking the weight off their shoulders, one barbell at a time.
Our goal, was just save, if we could save a life or keep someone in recovery, then not let them relapse.
And the drug overdose epidemic in Delaware County comes as no surprise to EMT Stephen Coots. Delaware County EMS responded to 54 overdose calls in June, 50 in July, and 45 in August. Coots says Big Time Barbell can help shrink those numbers.
I think this is a good part of what the community needs. Pretty impressed with the group of people. Seems like a very great place to work out.
And Delaware County EMS says they responded to a total of 326 drug overdose calls so far just this year. If you're interested in joining Big Time Barbell, you can pick up an application at 2008 North Walnut Street to get that process started. Memberships are open to the public and people of all ages. Well, if you're in need of a furry friend, find out how you can adopt one this September.
And with Family Weekend nearly among us, Ball State is giving families a chance to meet the chefs. Coming up.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. To most, September is known for many things, beginning of fall, football season, or back to school time. But for Latin Student Union here at Ball State, September means Hispanic Heritage Month. LSU hold the week of events every year around this time to celebrate their heritage. Tonight's event was in downtown Muncie for the band Flor de Tolache, an all-female mariachi band. This concert was sponsored by Ball State University and offered shuttle buses for students to join the event. Here's what President Jaime Rodriguez had to say about their events.
For me personally, I'm really excited because this is my first time seeing them. I've heard great things about them. It's an all-female mariachi group, and we had it originally. We were gonna do we have a week of events, during September, which focuses during our Hispanic Heritage Month. And for us, it's a really nice time, and it actually worked out really well for us to show our members and other communities within Ball State to be like, hey, this is part of our culture, this is some of the stuff we do, this is how we celebrate it, this is how we like showcase it. And it's great because they're doing a concert and Ball State's providing shuttles for people to see, so it's free.
Tomorrow, LSU will hold their fiesta on the green, on the University Green, from 5 to 9 p.m. to end out their week of events.
And Muncie Animal Care and Services are offering $25 dog adoptions through the month of September. The shelter announced on Tuesday that they have reached their capacity and have many wonderful dogs wanting to be adopted. The dogs have been spayed and neutered and have updated vaccines. Those who wish to adopt must prove their residency's pet policy.
My name is Phil Peckinpah and I'm the director of Muncie Animal Care and Services. Reduced rate adoptions are something we do pretty frequently around here. It's a great way to get the community involved, and we just have so many great dogs here right now. We'd like to share that with the public and make it affordable for people to adopt.
So nice. The shelter is located at 901 West Riggin Road, and to find out which animals are available for adoption, you can visit petfinder.com.
Wells Fargo expected to cut as many as 26,000 jobs over 3 years. CEO Tim Sloan made the announcement today. He said it's due to changing customer preferences, including online banking. Regulators slapped large fines on the bank after a wave of scandals over the past 2 years. Those scandals include the creation of millions of fake bank accounts. Last quarter, Wells Fargo reported profit declines and a rise in expenses. The bank also announced earlier this year plans to shut down 800 more branches by 2020. Delta Airlines is raising its ticket price for checked baggage. Now the first checked bag will cost $30, up from $25. The second bag will cost you $40. That's up from $35. Delta says the changes are a part of routine fee adjustments. Passengers with Sky Miles status or eligible American Express credit cards can still check baggage for free. The change comes after United and JetBlue Airlines make similar moves.
Well, this weekend is Family Weekend, and Ball State chefs are preparing to showcase their food at a brunch. NewsLink Indiana's Wyndham Gant has that story.
If you're looking for something fun to do on the final day of Family Weekend, Neuer Center will be hosting a Meet the Chefs brunch.
We're basically changing each individual station to set up an individual chef and focus on their specific meals. We're going to use that opportunity to showcase what they're doing and have those specific meals nice in that area. And that way not everyone's like butting up into the other chefs, and you've got everyone kind of flowing smoothly through it all.
I caught up with Chef Dallas to get his take on the event.
My favorite part about doing these live cooking events is the students actually get to see us making things from scratch. Because their time with us is, they're very busy with class, so they come up and they see you for 2-3 minutes and they see the final product, but they don't actually get to see what goes behind, actually making these sauces and things from scratch.
Come out on Sunday and give Chef Dallas's linguine with Alfredo sauce a try. The chefs have worked very hard to make sure that they have meals to accommodate everyone.
Anyone with questions about the menu or dietary needs for everything can email dining@bsu.edu.
In Muncie, Wyndham Gant, NewsLink Indiana.
The cost for that brunch is $8 for adults and $4 for children ages 2 to 10. Children under 2 are free. That event is Sunday morning from 9 until noon.
And tonight, temperatures were really, really warm today, and those are only going to stay warm today and tonight into the mid-70s. But I'll have more coming up in my full forecast after the break.
For those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Well, it seems to be we're in September, but it's very hard to tell with this 90-degree weather.
Oh, I know. Hopefully it'll cool off for this weekend. There's a Ball State football game and it's parents and it's family weekend, so maybe it'll cool off for the parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know these temperatures have been rather hot recently, but a cool off, I promise, is in our near future. But for the time being, looking at national radar, we're going to be seeing temperatures right now across the area actually sitting rather warm still as the day has continued. Right now in Indianapolis, 82 degrees, up here in Muncie, 85 degrees, and in Kokomo, 81 degrees. Overall, a rather warm current temperature across the map, but tonight those temperatures are also just going to stay as warm as they have been today, only dipping down to 74 degrees, mostly clear skies. Note that wind direction driving up that warm and moist air into our region. And this is going to be the story within tomorrow as well. Starting out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., 74 degrees. Note those winds a little windy as you're headed out to class, but the day only continues bringing in some isolated spotty showers around noon right here at 83 degrees, and as the day progresses, those showers and thunderstorms may continue to impact our viewing area. Overall, not a washout to predict, but we are sitting at a marginal risk here in the state of Indiana for the most part. Marginal risk here, but this only means the potential for damaging winds as well as heavy rainfall. We can't outlie the tornado or hail, but overall, not going to be a very damaging day overall with these factors with severe weather. But for the most part, breaking this down for you and how is this going to impact your weekend? Right here at 1 p.m. tomorrow, we're seeing mostly cloud cover impacting the viewing area, a couple outlying spotty showers, but for the most part, this is going to move through here at 6 p.m. We're seeing some cloud cover along with these potential isolated spotty showers again, but these are going to move out as the evening progresses. Right here at 1 a.m., we're seeing just mostly spotty cloud cover, and this is only going to continue throughout your weekend. Ball State does play Western Kentucky right here, kickoff at 3 p.m. 66 degrees, so well below our average of 75 degrees for this time of the year. We're going to see partly sunny skies, so you may want that flannel if you're headed to the game. Overall, though, the 7 days is going to be right near that average of 75, like I mentioned. We're going to see temperatures right here cool off for Saturday and Sunday, rather cool as well, 72 degrees, and those showers come right back into play come Monday for the beginning of next work week at a 40% chance for a shower. But overall, a very dry weekend ahead for you. Overall, we're going to see those 70s continue throughout the week next week, very fall-like. So I hope you guys enjoy that instead of these 90-degree temperatures we've been having across the state.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to wait a couple days for that fall weather. I guess I'll take it.
Unfortunately, a few more days, but I think we can all hold off.
All right, thanks so much, Paige.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Sam, what can we expect with some fall football?
Well, coming up, it's family weekend here at Ball State, and the football team is hosting Western Kentucky. Before that, a rivalry high school contest Friday between two Muncie area schools. Coming up in sports.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Oh,
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Sam Sherman with sports. Ball State has a home game this weekend for the first time in 3 weeks. The last time the Cards played here in Muncie, it was a big win over Central Connecticut State. Since then, however, they haven't been able to secure a win in their 2 road games. NewsLink's Andrew Sanders talked to the team about their mindset heading into a family weekend showdown with Western Kentucky.
Ball State is on a 2-game losing streak after dropping another game at Indiana last Saturday, but there doesn't seem to be a defeated attitude amongst the team.
We played 2 really good opponents. We played the number 8 team in the country, and we played a Big Ten team, so they were good. So we're looking forward to getting home, getting back in the shoe, and taking on Western Kentucky.
After playing number 8 Notre Dame close, there was a bit of a letdown in Bloomington with the Cardinals losing 38-10. The team recognizes the season is still young, and another challenge awaits them this Saturday at home.
It's just you got to put it behind you. It's just one of those things where, I mean, that week's over. You can't change anything about it. You can only learn from it, and I think we have learned from it, and we're gonna just kind of take that into the next week.
This week, the challenge is an 0-3 Western Kentucky team. This game presents a chance for the Cards to get back on track. Linebacker Jimmy Dahl believes that the team has yet to flash its full potential and believes better results are yet to come.
We're better than what we've shown. I mean, we had an amazing game against Notre Dame, and I mean, we started off pretty hot against Indiana, but I mean, we let things go a little bit. But I mean, Western Kentucky, we're gonna come out and we're gonna show out for them.
This will be Ball State's first Saturday home game of the season, and they'd love to give the fans a win.
You know, I know the kids are excited about that. They're excited to come home and play in front of their fans. You know, the first time we played the game was on a Thursday night. It was early in the season. Now we're coming home on a Saturday afternoon, and you know, the shoe should be rocking. You know, all the college kids are ready to roll, so we're excited for that.
In Muncie, Andrew Sanders, NewsLink, Indiana.
And that game is set to kick off this Saturday at 3 p.m. at Schumann Stadium. 2 Hoosier Heritage Conference rivals will square off under the lights this Friday. The Newcastle Trojans will host the Delta Eagles, and both teams are off to hot starts. The 2 teams are both 4-1 and both have winning streaks coming into Friday's matchup. Last year's meeting between Newcastle and Delta featured an offensive shootout. This year, Newcastle's defense remains in question. Newcastle head coach Kyle York says there's one thing his defense needs to bring in order to smother a potent Delta run game.
Well, we can sum it up in one word, really. It's intensity. We have to absolutely play with the utmost intensity to win the football game. It's you play Delta. It's not a game for soft finesse. It's a game for playing with intensity and being hard-nosed and getting off blocks and tackling and all the things that they just force you to do play after play after play.
And Newcastle hosts Delta tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Should be a great game between 2 solid teams.
All right. Sounds
Alrighty,
good. Looking
thank you.
forward to it.
Thank you for your insight.
All right, well, coming up in trending, Marvel fans, you might want to hear this. Get a look at what the Russo brothers had in store for the Avengers 4 title.
And see how one artistic talent led to a prisoner's release. That's next in trending. Stay with us.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Time now is to look at what's trending tonight.
Joining us now in news is NewsLink Indiana's Joel Riley. What's going on, Joel?
Thank you, guys. For all you Marvel fans out there, you might be getting a hint as to what the fourth Avengers movie might be titled. The Russo brothers recently tweeted this cryptic photo that has the caption, "Look hard." With this in mind, Marvel fans, and myself included, have been examining the photo to see if the title of the film can be seen. Now, the Russo brothers have told Marvel fans that the title is supposedly scary and would spoil the film. After the critical commercial success and the shocking ending of Avengers Infinity War, fans are trying everything they can to pick up all the hints that they can get for the title. Avengers 4 will be hitting theaters May 3rd of 2019. As the old saying goes, hard work pays off, and that's exactly what happened for Valentino Dixon. In 1991, Dixon was wrongfully convicted of a murder and had been in jail ever since. Now Dixon is a golf painter and had the opportunity for his work to be displayed in Golf Digest. After 3 graduate students saw his work, they reopened his case, and to their surprise, Dixon's conviction was overturned and is now a free man. As he left the courthouse, he was greeted by his family, which led to an emotional and heartwarming reunion.
Really don't cover these type of stories. So this right here is a big step in social change, social justice, you know, and I'm going to thank Max.
Thank you, too. You're the toughest guy I know, toughest golfer I know.
Okay. Any more questions? Will you continue your art?
Now I have to say, as a family man, that's extremely heartwarming. I absolutely have the biggest connection with my family. We have a lot of group chats, we have a lot of texting. I'm pretty much calling my parents almost every single night.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Lots
an
of
emotional
love.
story with a good ending,
Oh,
I'd say.
absolutely.
And you know, and also like with the Avengers, how do we feel about that? I honestly, listen, Avengers Infinity War, that was shocking.
That blew my mind
That
away.
ending was
oh
absolutely
my
shocking.
gosh.
So trying
Okay.
to figure out, looking at
Hashtag
that-
bring back Spider-Man.
Right.
That's all I
And
want.
look-
That's
and-
all I
and
want. Let's
looking
get
at
it
that
trending.
picture, I cannot figure out what that title is. I cannot figure out what that title is at all.
A lot of exciting things coming up, I have to say. Well, thank you so much
Absolutely,
for that information.
absolutely.
And let's take one last look at weather.
So tomorrow we're actually still maintaining that marginal risk in effect. That main risk is going to be severe winds as well as rain threats. But for the next 7 days, we're going to see mainly fall-like temperatures overtake this next week. But that's what I have for you.
All righty.
All right,
Thanks
can't
so
wait.
much, Peyton.
Well, that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Thanks for joining us, and as always, be sure to watch our midday update tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, everyone.